is going to be going into maintenance, and technically speaking, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be getting into the official pre-anniversary for the global side of things. We'll get our free multi, we'll get the pre-anniversary Yuki and whatnot. I believe on the 2nd of May there's also more events coming in terms of more anniversary events to come, but we're getting to the part where we're getting closer and closer to the anniversary, right? Whether it be a Tadori dropping, Gojo dropping, Sukuna dropping, we'll have to wait and see. But before then, there is one banner remaining, SSR Yuki. Now, this is a yellow support. I have gone over this character before. His main role is a little bit of a cursed energy regeneration for the gang, along with providing support and whatnot, right? That's typically what Yuki does from what we've seen through previous characters. SSR Yuki has his upfall, he's got his ups and downs, we'll say that. So obviously with the first skill, does chip damage, as I like to say, across the board, but has that damage reduction for himself. The second skill is where he'll provide allies that damage dealt increase. The key thing about this Yuki, which kind of really restricts him, is that he is only for yellow mono. If you're happy with where yellow mono is at, and this is not a support character that you kind of really need, and I'm going to be very truthful about it, this is probably the most easy. If you're free to play, unlike someone who barely spends on this game, like barely spends anything, there is absolutely zero to no reason for you to actually summon this character. Don't summon. There's no need to. That being said, something I'll have to speak about the rare Yuki, because I know there's going to be a lot of comparisons being made on that one. In terms of the cursed energy play, to recover it, he has to be above 30. So again, ups and downs for this character in the role that we need him to play. His third skill, on the other hand, is pretty OP if you ask me. Probably the best defensive, because obviously it's more so that it provides some form of offensive damage, but it reduces the enemy's damage dealt, it stuns them, and it applies damage reduction for your allies. So again, this is only effective for yellow typing, but it's got across the board defensive play. So even if you don't stun the enemy, you do get that damage reduction from your side, as well as reducing the enemy's damage, which means you should be able to eat the oncoming damage. So that third skill is pretty decent. So it provides this SSR Yuki multiple paths to take in terms of how you want to kind of utilize this character. It opens up a lot more options for your team. And then the ultimate itself, again, as I like to say, the Rasengan, does decent damage. Again, pretty good chip damage, I would say. But with this one, you can increase the Jujutsu stat by 60%. This affects everyone if you choose to use this character with non-yellow typing, which is going to be very awkward. I'm just going to put that out there right now. But if you do have the yellow typing, then you can get an 80% increase of your Jujutsu stat. On top of that, he does then give himself the cursed energy consumption efficiency. So realistically, you want to get that ult off as soon as possible, so that way you can utilize the other skills, or skill 2 and 3, by not having to spend the full amount, being 20 and 25 cursed energies, of course. So there's that. And then with the combination, damage dealt increase of 10%, and then obviously the other characters get their ultimate gauge filled up. And then when the passive, at the start of each turn, once 2 turns have passed, if own cursed energy is 30 or above, recovers all allies' cursed energy by 5. And that is pretty much the basic build of this Yuki. Now, as I've mentioned, it is just a character which, unfortunately, for right now, you do not need to concern yourself with. The cold hard truth of this SSR Yuki is the fact that playing on JP, and this is going to sound crazy, but the rare Yuki is is favored more. That is the cold hard truth. The rare Yuki is more so in a tier list format higher than this SSR Yuki. People find the rare Yuki a grade above SSR Yuki, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. I'm gonna have to agree with that. Reason being, the rare Yuki provides you with a more guaranteed as a cursed energy generator. He's just 10 times more better than this SSR Yuki in terms of that area. Not only that, he also beats this SSR Yuki in terms of providing the Jujutsu stat increase. Because I think on his ult alone, and I think, yeah, I mean, well, I say alone, it's the only skill that provides that Jujutsu stat increase. But the rare Yuki on that stat alone provides close to 130. I think it's like 128, could be 130 actually. Whereas with this Yuki, you know, you've got the 80%. If you apply the second skill, you know, I think you're just slightly going to be under the what do you call it, the 100% mark, of course. So the rare Yuki also at that given moment provides you with what do you call it, less Jujutsu stat increase for your main DPS. So there's also that. So that's pretty much two of the big reasons why people choose to go for the rare Yuki over the SSR Yuki, truth be told. Now, what I'm going to do is utilize this beautiful third skill. It's pretty solid, boys. I can't hate it. This third skill is huge in terms of when it comes to having that defense play. So in a situation like this, you know, you can utilize the stun and reduce the enemy's damage. It's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. Do I want to go back for back? Trying to think right now what I want to do. We know what, we can do this. And then we'll do the buff. Alright. I'm hoping Yaga and Yuki can do their thing here. In terms of, I don't know if hopefully they can break. Yuki, can you do me a favor? No. I should have attacked with Gojo. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, we're going to have to take the brute force of this attack, unfortunately. Well, then again, Shoko can provide us healing. But the other biggest issue that we've got right now, you know, because I'll give this is Yuki's flower. Okay, well, he dies there. Okay, that's unfortunate. It's alright. The other characters can clean up. But, yeah, the other unfortunate thing of all this is that right now there's just better yellow supports to run if you are trying to make a mono team. I mean, Yaga, you got here, Shoko, of course, Megami. I mean, I think for the most part those are going to be ones that are going to be more favored for, right? So that's just kind of where we're at right now in terms of the other supports that you can run. This SSR Yuki, unfortunately, just with where he's at and again the stipulations that it requires and whatnot, it's just much better options. Rare Yuki is still favored for. In terms of where JP's at right now, that is the current situation in terms of people favoring the rare version more so over the SSR version, the more higher difficult content. Because you've got to keep in mind, you know, with the JP's, I think you've got more difficult content. You got to think about, like, even with the sweeps mode and whatnot, and the nudes, like tower floors, rare Yuki is the choice. Like, people are choosing to utilize that said character, and it makes sense why, because we've got more of a guaranteed curse energy, because there's no stipulations to be like, oh, you got to be, you know, you have to watch this SSR Yuki's curse energy to get this match curse energy. With the rare Yuki, you're guaranteed 19 additional curse energy for the next 2 turns. If you build them up correctly, you can apply that same skill, which is costing you 30 curse energies 3 times. So that's for 6 turns, 19 curse energies. Every character on your team, excluding the rare Yuki, will have maxed out curse energy. So there's a lot of freedom, a lot of room in that department, of course. So that's, I think it's an easy one to say that rare Yuki will be more favored for. I'm just going to be completely honest with you, boys. That being said, yeah, I'm no longer on the hunt for this Yuki, of course. I mean, if he does return and I do manage to pull him, then cool, awesome, we'll take it. But yeah, the cold hard truth is that the rare Yuki right now is more favourable, more better, more useful in more difficult content. I guess it makes it easier for people thinking about going for this Yuki. You don't really need to be fair now, so you can kind of ease up on that one, makes it easier, and prepare more so for what do you call it? the anniversary boys. So this the final pre-anniversary banner isn't as crazy as you thought it was. So there you go. Not to say that he's horrible, not to say that he's bad. It's just where things are at right now. Much better options, much better options. But that's the cold hard truth. That is the cold hard truth. So rare Yuki over SSR Yuki in terms of gaining more damage and in terms of being a better cursed energy generator. Not only that, the rare Yuki can be used and utilized in any other team, right? Because of course with the SSR Yuki he's restricted to predominantly the yellow mono team, so there's a lot more options for your supportive role in terms of providing that Jujutsu damage increase for any other character, any other team for the rare Yuki. So as crazy as this is going to be sounding, but the rare Yuki over the pre-anniversary SSR Yuki. Damn, never thought I would ever see the day to say that, but that is where we're at. So free to play, do not summon, skip. The big boys are coming, safe for them. I highly recommend that. Even if it comes to those that are going to be pay to win about it, honestly reconsider. Save your money if you want to. Again, I understand that some people just want to get it for the collection value and whatnot, but to be completely honest, playing JP and seeing other JP players you know, progressing and trying out the new piece of content in more difficult stages, everyone just favors rare Yuki, everyone. So yeah, save yourself some money if you choose to. But again, to those that choose to summon, I wish you all the best of luck. Hopefully pull them early on, and yeah, hopefully you don't get brutally shafted like I did when I was trying to chase this man. Now I know the truth, rare Yuki is better. But anyway, hey ho.